So hello and welcome back to another video, and today we're looking at some banknotes from Samoa. So Samoa does issue their own currency. These are legal tender in the western part of Samoa, which they used to call it Western Samoa. The American Samoa uses the US dollar. So like New Zealand, Samoa decimalised in 1967, and it had the same decimalisation rate as Australia, so it was 2 tala equals 1 pound. They have issued their pound banknotes, which came in the 10 shilling, 1 pound and 5 pound. They're actually quite expensive. At the time, the population is quite small, so the number of banknotes that were issued was also quite small. Currently, these banknotes are no longer in circulation. The 2 tala was first issued in 67. This banknote here was the 1990 version, and from what I know, it was issued up until 2011 when they changed it to a coin. And this is the polymer version. It's the first polymer version they issued. They did issue a $10, a 10 tala should I say, in 2019, but that's a commemorative banknote. So this one, as you can see from the picture, has the head of state, I can't even say his name. It's Malietoa Sunga Tanu Mafili II. And here we have some traditional huts. I believe they're called, was it Fala? If I get the actual names right. Falas, that's it. And here we have a church in the background. That is in Apawa. It's called the Immaculate Conception of Mary, and it's a Roman Catholic church. It says it's built in 1885. This style is in between an indigenous style and English style. And here we have the same feature that we find on Australia $5 note, or the previous one, is the star. So that's probably an indication that these were printed in Australia. And here we have, looks like the stumps of these houses without the roofs. So that's the see-through window. And this banknote is quite nice. I quite like it. It's better than the Australian banknotes, which have, so this one has different colours in the overprint. Australian banknotes are just all plain, just the one colour, which is a bit of a disappointment. So the different colours show that these banknotes can be really, really highly variable, and we can see that here in this image as well. So this is just family scene. So we probably, looks like this is a grandmother and grandfather, grandchildren, probably the children back there, and could be a married couple, father and a wife who's breastfeeding, and another young woman. So that's a nice banknote. Here's a coat of arms of Samoa, and as you can see, it has the Southern Cross. So Australia's not the only country that has the Southern Cross. Here we have looks like a broom. And yeah, so this is one of the best banknotes of Samoa. The current banknotes, which are issued in 2008, are one of the best in the world. And I do like this feature here. It looks really trippy. So that's nice. And this is the AAD version. They go up to, is it AAN? So that's about 14 million banknotes they printed. So that's the first one. These ones probably cost about $10 to get. Then we have the 1980 series. So these are, as I said, 1980, first issued. They replaced the 1967 series, and these circulated up until 2008 when they were replaced with the current series. I've only got 4 banknotes of the 7 banknote lot. I'm missing the 1 and 2 tala and also the 100 tala. Well, but there is 3 versions. So the 1980 version had, so if I go to the 20, it had Samoa e Sisisifu, so that means Western Samoa, as well as has Samoa e Sisisifu in the title. This one with both different versions, so Samoa up the top and Western Samoa there, is the 1985 version. Oh, actually, the 1985 version. Then in 2002, they removed Western Samoa from that title, and that's it on the 50 tala. And this one is the 2006 because that's 2 signatures. So, and the 2002 just had the 1 signature. So on the 5 tala we have a little child writing, so that's education. Here we have the flag of Samoa. You can see the Southern Cross on the blue field with the rest of the flag being red. And you've got the currency in Samoan and English, so legal tender in Samoa. So if you want to learn Samoan, you can start from here. And we have lima tala. So this is, lima is the same as Indonesian lima for 5. And that is because both of these languages are related. So Maori, Samoan, Malayan, some languages on Taiwan, part of the Austronesian language family, which stretches over the whole of the Pacific. It doesn't include the languages of Australia and a lot of the languages in Papua New Guinea, which belong to lots of different language families. The coat of arms is, we'll look at it on the see-through window. We'll look at it on another banknote. This one's too damaged and a bit dirty as well. And on the back we have, so this is the harbour at Apia. So here we have cruise liner docking. So there's actually a big cruise industry. Well, there was before, the unfortunate events of 2019. And this one, probably about $5 to $10. I'm not too sure if these are still legal tender, but all the information I have is that they pretty much are. And these have an exchange rate of about 2.5 tala equals $1. So this is equivalent to $2. So probably in this condition, probably $5 to $10, I would say. Then where's the $10? We have the 10 tala. So this one has just Samoa, so this is the signature, so that's the 2002. And this one has a man harvesting bananas. I've seen bananas in Hong Kong. Hong Kong has quite a few banana plantations that used to exist, but they no longer produce much agricultural products. And maybe I'll eat some someday. And on the back we have a Samoan shoreline. So I'm not too sure what shoreline that is. It's definitely, so if anyone knows where that stack is, it's probably volcanic stack, please leave a comment down below. So that one has a face value of roughly $5, so probably about $10 for that banknote. 20 tala. This one is in better condition, and I have 2, so I got one quite a while ago. And you can see the flag. I really like the flag. They should have made it more red. It would have stand out a lot and made this banknote more attractive. So the watermark is the face of this guy who's on the 50, and this one has a person who's casting a net with mountains in the background. So that's a nice banknote. and it has a face value of about $10. No, exchange rate value, should I say, not a face value. Face value is 20 tala, so $10. And you can see the two flags should line up, so it's on both sides. So that's the security feature as well as the watermark. And then you've got a security thread. And also that flag is on all the banknotes. And here we have the Samoan Parliament. So that's in Apia, which is the capital. And these ones, probably $20 to $30 each. So these get a bit expensive. And these are both the same series, so 1985. And the 20 was issued in 1984. And in 1990, they issued a 50 and 100 tala. So this banknote is quite a nice banknote. On the front, the building says is the former residence of Robert Louis Stevenson. So he lived in Samoa, and I believe he passed away in Samoa, is buried there. And it's now a museum. So quite a nice, expensive banknote, this one, with a face value of $25. Exchange rate equivalent, you're probably talking about $30 to $40 just to purchase one of these banknotes. And the person who's on it is His Royal Highness Maletoa Tumafili. That guy again, he passed away in 2007. He was the head of state of Samoa from 1962 to 2007. He was also on the coins, so if you get Samoan coins, he's also on the obverse. And so that's the former residence. And we have that's what it is. It is a tanawa bowl used in something called an ava ceremony. So that is also what is on the 2 tala. It looked like just the stumps of the building, because that's what I pieced it as. But I know it's a ceremonial bowl. And this is a nice banknote to actually get. If you don't have a set of these, I recommend you do purchase these. And here we have some dancers. And this is a fire dance. Obviously, he's got fire. He's jumping around. And in the background, they're performing a dance called the Sasa dance. So Samoa sounds like a very interesting place to go to. And here we have Central Bank of Samoa in English and in Samoan. So that's a nice banknote. And I looked up the values for the 100 tala. We're probably looking at least $75 to $100 just to get the 100. So that's probably a long-term goal, not a short-term goal. The 1 and 2 tala are pretty easy to get in uncirculated grade, probably talking about $5 to $10 for an uncirculated banknote. But if you want to get any of these, there's an eBay link below. You can get these in pretty cheap, close to face value, and I recommend they're worth getting if you're interested in Pacific banknotes. So here's where I'll leave you. I hope this helped you with Samoan banknotes, just as an introduction and just a base value of these banknotes. Anyway, thank you very much and have an awesome banknote and coin collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.